Hey everyone, it's Graphic back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the patch notes that just came out today before we get into my progress in my account and what I'm doing to continue to push forward in combat as well as the detective profession. So the first thing we're going to see here is the quality of life improvements. There's some big ones. So make Hopeport Hairdresser able to change your entire appearance, not just your hair. I know this doesn't thematically make sense, but it's the quickest way to get this feature into the game. So actually very useful for people that do want to change their character, didn't know they were going to stay in the game and play the game long enough. Well, there you go. You have your opportunity. They also have the change bone spikes to require and be boosted by hand rakes, matching the animation. Show damage numbers when watching other players during combat. This is huge. The showing damage numbers when watching other players doing combat is going to completely change the game in a way that really makes it feel like you're a part of other people's experiences. I think it's a big one. I think it's going to continue to be big changes like this that make the game better. Make use of the item, the default action on the Regent Preparation Station. Just a quick fix there for people. Going to definitely help out there. So graphic improvements as well. And there's some bug fixes. I'm not going to go too much into that, though. So let's get into the game and talk a little bit about my progress and what I'm doing on my character, as a lot of you guys kind of liked the last episode of kind of talking about what I'm doing. So here you can see I just got 2.4 million XP passively, 85 silver, and that's with 0 potions going on overnight with the passive. So this is insane XP once you get past 200. I highly suggest anybody past the 200 mark on any passive, just get that unlocked as quickly as possible. So again, I'm using the detective passive called Systematic Evidence Filing, level 209. So this is giving me that much XP. Just imagine later on when we get to something around like the 400s. So passives are huge. I would suggest everybody get one skill to a passive past level 200. That way you can use that skill every single time you go to bed or, do anything that is going to take a couple hours. So huge XP, huge gains, but let's take a look at what else we're going to be doing in this video. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to walk out of here. We're going to go out, and I want to show you guys what our goal is. So a current goal, and you guys know this if you watched the last episode, is to do the Crime Den raids at level 219. Yes, we have the level, but we are still not strong enough. So I kind of want to show how we are going to get strong enough. And we are now at level 226 watchman or watch person. So it's going to be a lot easier to actually maybe have a chance, as we're going to have more health. And we are going to get a little less XP because we're over leveled, but that's perfectly fine. I wanted something a little AFK while I edit videos or while I do other things around the house. So this is huge if we can just get this and actually win against it. So here we have a 223 armor piece. We might grab it. Let's see. So we're looking for this specifically, resistance against impact damage. So I always like to check the armory every single time I get a chance for a stock refresh. 251 impact damage is the only thing that matters in this scenario. So we have 243 impact damage on this top over here that I'm currently wearing. So we may actually buy this one. And we're going to do it. We're actually going to buy it. I don't care too much about how much it costs. I just want to make sure that, like I said, I can AFK this profession as quickly as possible. So we did get the new top there. And my deflect for specifically what we're going to be going against is at 80%. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see. It's now at 80%. So the biggest upgrade I really need is going to definitely be shoes. However, the shoes that I have a very good high resist to impact. It's a 242 compared to its others that are much lower. So that's why we still are using those shoes. But I do want to take a look at the venture. So the only venture I really need to re-up is going to be my detective venture. I actually want to see, when do we get a new detective venture? I think I'm still using the 194 Jimmy Fingers. The next one, it looks like, is going to be 287. That's a huge jump. So at 287, we will have a new poster to put up. But usually you want to pop an XP potion before putting something like this up because it's a nice jump on XP. I just don't have it with me at the moment. So that is going to be pretty nice XP as well. But I want to go over and try out this den now and see what you guys think about my progress. Like I said, I got a lot more levels in the combat skill itself. I just don't have great gear again. Still not using the greatest of gear, but you can see that this is going to be the one I'm going to be trying to use, is the epic double-headed hammer. It's pretty solid. 285 damage. It attacks very, very slow is the only thing. The only thing I really thought about changing was definitely the weapon because of the attack speed being so low. But again, it's hard to do so because I don't have much else that's much better. I would have to switch to like a one-handed 206. So we need the armory to actually drop me a weapon, hopefully, in the near future. But I'm going to do this in a way that is AFK. So I'm going to stand here in the middle and see if we can actually beat these mobs just by AFKing. If we can't, then you guys know what we have to do. We have to grind a little bit more on the combat and continue to push for higher, better in gear, or at least higher levels on the combat. So it looks like this first kill is going really well. We might have a chance of actually beating it. And that is because probably that we're, higher level by a decent amount now. These are all level 219 and we're 226. But it's going to be a huge deal if I can just AFK these while doing some things around the house and, continue to gain faster levels. This was definitely a stopping point for my account in the last couple of days. I just haven't been able to progress as quickly because I had to be 100% active to progress, and I just wasn't able to be. So you can see here my progress in the actual Crime Den raid is looking really good. It's looking like we should be able to actually go AFK throughout the whole thing and potentially win. So another thing I want to quickly note is, again, I don't have XP pots on me. I'm going to go back and get those, but you definitely want to have XP pots on you, 5%ers, because they're very, very cheap, and you just pop them specifically on your knowledge point upgrades. So guys, it does look like we finally got to a point to where we can actually full AFK these raids, which is a huge upgrade for me. Even yesterday, I didn't have much time, so I was actually AFKing a 168 raid, which is insane because the XP there is going to be terrible. The only really progress I was getting was through knowledge points itself, but this is going to be a big upgrade for the account, and I'm excited to push these all the way. By the way, if you don't know how far we're going to be doing these, it's all the way until, let's see, Crime Den raid. Let's see if we can find it here. I think it's like 344. Yeah, 344. So we're going from 219 raid to 344 raid. So think about when we are at level like 340. The XP we're going to be gaining from these raids is going to be abysmal. And you can also see that these aren't as AFK as some of the other raids, unfortunately. So if I left click here, it is not going to actually attract everybody in this area. So let me know if you guys have any tips on that. I think this is actually just one of those where you just can't literally get everybody aggroed no matter where you click. So it's kind of a bummer, but let me know in the comments below if you guys have any way past that. Also, if you guys are interested in more content like this, let me know in the comments. I don't know if you guys want more guides, more tips and tricks, or more player progress kind of videos like this where you can kind of see what I'm doing. If you want both, that's perfectly fine too. We'll do more of both. But thank you guys again for tuning in. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. This is the spot that I'm currently at in my character progress, and I want to know about yours. So let me know in the comments below where you guys are at, what you guys are doing, and yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one.